will score. Touchdown. Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 4. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like doesn't matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here's Nix.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Now it's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to move back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll give it to Judkins.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quinshon Judkins
saving his touchdown of the game.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2nd down and 8.
They'll look to throw here.
This one is complete to Jenkins.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Quinshon Judkins
On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. What's good on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll look to throw here on first down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
To throw is Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the give, it's Harvey.
And some space here.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Harvey diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he goes out right around the 39. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. They'll throw now on the final play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. To throw, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Myles Garrett able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Throwing Nix.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
They'll try it now with Harvey.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant completes into Njoku.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harvey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
A handoff. Here's Harvey.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Getting this into the hands of Turner. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
DJ Turner.
39 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So now the Broncos are going to again go for two here. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 9.
They'll set up to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Eric Armstead able to get him for a loss of about 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And this one too low.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Nix to the air. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here? The throwing lanes.
On third down, Harvey.
Almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
On the sneak, it's Nix.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Ready. Bombers. Captain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll swing this out to Sampson.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Now 2nd and 9.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the foot.
Yo, your screen's frozen. Oh, wait. Alright.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No, I called the timeout early in the third quarter.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship.
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A huge play there for Denver. And even 60 yards.
Here's Nix.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll drop the throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. He'll drop to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw again.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They get this into the hands of Sampson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll try the left side. Foot. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw.
That'll be complete to Sampson.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have the Browns first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all